an authentic Chinese dish. This is a take on very spicy Chinese cuisine that came into being in India in the 1940s after the Second World War, when a lot of Chinese immigrants came and settled in Tangra in Kolkata. So this dish is a take on the vegetable and chicken Manchurian. That is a very, very popular dish amongst the Indian diaspora. So this is more of a healthy recipe. So to start with oats Manchurian, we need some bell peppers. I already have these bell peppers in three different colors. We have yellow, red, and green. To this, I'm going to add some finely chopped onions. Let me show you. We have some onions here. We have some carrots. I'm going to add some carrots now. If you want, you can grate the carrots also. You can add cabbage, you can add cauliflower, whatever is available and at hand, or whichever vegetables you like, you can use them. We're going to add some coriander leaves, a little bit of garlic. We're adding a little bit of garlic, and a little bit of ginger. Now I'm going to add some salt, some red chili powder, and some jalapenos. These are fresh jalapenos. I have them at hand. So I'm using these instead of green chilies. If you want, you can add the green chilies or you can skip them. But this is what it looks like. And let me show you how I'm going to mix it well using my hands. This has to be mixed well. I am mixing the seasoning, the salt, and the red chili powder. The purpose behind adding the salt first is that the veggies start leaving their juices. They start releasing their juices. Now, this has been mixed well. I am now going to add some powdered oats. If you have whole oats, please feel free to use whole oats. I already had them powdered, so I'm using powdered oats. Now, these oats have just been pulsed in the grinder for a few seconds, and they have become this very fine powder. Let me show it to you. This is a very fine powder, see. So I'm going to add these powdered oats. Not too much, and we're going to give it a good mix. Look, now we certainly need more oats. Now it's time to add some water. We have to make it into a thick mixture, not a batter, but a thick mixture. So add water little by little, making sure that you don't add too much at any given time. So I'm going to test my oil. I have to try this out and give it a taste test. So I'll just step away to wash my hands. Let's look at this. Hmm. I'm going to use some oil on my palms. I have put oil on my palms to shape this mixture into small balls. Look. Even raw, they're looking quite nice, colorful. Very carefully, I'm going to drop these in the oil. Since I'm using a small vessel, I am not going to put more than 3 in one go. In goes the second one. Since this mixture is very, very sticky, you are not going to get a perfect shape every time. So it's best not to disturb it. Till these are being cooked, let me make the next three balls. These have to be cooked thoroughly. Making the next one. We don't want our balls, Manchurian balls, oats Manchurian balls, to remain uncooked from the center. So, in case you want to have a healthier version and do not want to deep fry the Manchurian balls, you can also try to um, cook them in an air fryer or in the oven. You can baste them with some oil and air fry them. They'll be a little harder for sure, but then they will certainly be a lot more healthier.
How long would you air fry them?
This is now done. This is cooked from the center. It has not browned because we have used powdered oats. But this is now properly cooked. So we're just going to remove them. And in goes the next round. We give them some time to cook. While the balls are cooking, let me just clear up the counter so that we can start plating. Now they're cool enough, and I can show you how well these have cooked. Just look
Wow,
at
yeah,
this.
really good.
Yeah, they have cooked thoroughly, and they're crispy on the outside and soft from the inside. I'm just going to taste it and tell you how it tastes. Mm, this is so good.
That's not fair.
I know, I know. It's actually very, very good.
Okay.
I feel like giving myself a pat on the back today. It's that good.
Quite right too.
Yeah.
So bright and colorful. And as you know, this was a last minute edition. And I have never made this with powdered oats before. I have always used whole oats. But using powdered oats has given it such a beautiful color
Mm, yeah.
and the texture also.
Beautiful.
You can see all the colors. When you use whole oats,
Mm,
then it tends to get golden brown.
okay.
So this is gorgeous.
No, I totally understand when you said Manu, pat on my back, I'd like to, because sometimes when I make rice, it's absolutely beautiful. It's like every grain
Yes,
and it's so soft. And when I'm telling Michael, he
yes,
doesn't really get it. He says, well, it was same like yesterday. I said, no, is it?
yes.
Only I
Only the cook knows when they have excelled. Only the cook can tell.
exactly. But he would know. I mean, nobody else would know the difference. And I said, oh my God, this is beautiful today. And he just looks at
Yeah,
me and say, well, forget it. But I'm so glad that you understand.
yeah, absolutely. We still have to make the sauce for this. So this is done. Done. So we have 6 balls made with oats and vegetables. And let me show it to you.
Oh, yeah.
Now we'll quickly make a sauce for him. I'll remove the hot oil. Now for this, I have used 2 tablespoons of the oil in which I have just fried the balls. Because it's hot, it'll save us a few minutes. So to make the sauce for these Manchurian balls, oats Manchurian balls, we need hot oil to which we're going to add garlic. Right, all of it. We're going to add some ginger. We are going to wait for it to release its aromas. Once again, I'm reminding everyone, like always, to keep on stirring when you have added minced garlic to the oil. It tends to burn very, very quickly. Switching off the heat, adding some onions. I'm going to use some tomato puree, some chili sauce. Now, this is a green chili sauce. You can use red. Some soy sauce. So I'm letting the raw tomato puree cook with the onions. You need to add the tomato ketchup. A little bit of salt. Now we can add any vegetables that we have handy and are chopped. I'm going to use some carrots. You can also use bell peppers. And then to add a touch of green, I'm going to add these coriander leaves, a little bit, and these spring onion beans, which I'm going to add in a while. Let me first add a little water to liquidize the sauce. To thin it down. A little pepper powder. You can use white or black, either. Now to this, I am adding a tiny pinch of monosodium glutamate or Ajinomoto for adding that umami flavor. It is entirely optional, and people have various notions about this ingredient. Although it has been scientifically proven that it does not sit well or can harm kids up to the age of 12 and expecting mothers, there is still no conclusive evidence to say that it can harm adults. So use it sparingly or not, it's entirely up to you. I have to give it a taste test now. This needs a little bit sugar, a little bit of salt, and some water. There is no need to add any thickening agent here. One more boil and we are done. Now it's time to add the greens. I don't want to cook the spring onions. Taking it off the heat, and look how gorgeous this is.